Alright guys, here we are, Slayer and Combat. And here we have a unique and pretty awesome character known as the Dominator. Or if you wish to call him this, the Man in the Hood, which I honestly wanted to go for this nice little aesthetic as well with the Nightingale Hood. So anyways, here we are. I'm going to go ahead and give you tips on his backstory. First off, his backstory, and then we're going to give off with stats and the roleplay of the whole character overall. And of course, standing stones, factions, you know, all the basic stuff that you will always need to know of this character. So here we are with the Dominator. So his backstory is pretty simple. He actually was raised alone, actually, believe it or not. Well, then again, this is me telling you. But anyways, here we are. So, the Dominator was raised alone. He is a dark elf and lived in Cyrodiil, actually, from his mother and father actually traveling on because of the Argonians attacking their village. Now, their village, of course, was destroyed by the Argonians because, if you know their lore of the battles that they've been fighting through. So anyways, here we are. So, leaving Morrowind and traveled on to Cyrodiil, actually. This is how his journey starts. So his mother was actually a mage in the village, one of the healers. So, of course, you know, he had a mother that was a mage, and we had a father. And this father actually was more of just a settler. He would grow ash-grown food and would do very simple stuff, actually, such as that. And now, of course, he also went out hunting. His father did, at least. So his father was a hunter and would teach him how to shoot a bow. And anyways, I say that a lot, don't I? Here we are. So therefore, pretty simple life, really. And as time went on, he became pretty dang popular within the village of Cyrodiil, actually. And that's when he decided to make new friends. Of course, his family was always nice, and unfortunately, though, he was always bullied. Now, it's kind of more of a simple story, actually, to be truthfully honest. He was just bullied, like any other kid nowadays. So, of course, he didn't like that. He was always treated differently because of the fact that he was a dark elf and, you know, was raised in a whole other area that he's not used to. So he had to make new friends, but everybody treated him differently because, well, he was. But anyways, now, of course, his mother and father couldn't really help him, considering that they were always on work a lot, and unfortunately because of that, he never really had anyone to turn to. And so, here we are now, again. Unfortunately, his mother and father grew ill and sadly died. Now, he had to grow up alone. Now, he was actually saddened by this, obviously, from the fact that his mother and father were dead and he had no one to turn to. He had no one to turn to, so he was all alone. But he did have one horrible idea that would actually ruin his life later on throughout his future, unfortunately. And what happened is he learned necromancy. He learned necromancy in order to go ahead and bring back his mother and father. So because of that, bringing back his mother and father wasn't exactly the best idea. After realizing it, he realized that he realizes that the people that he resurrected were not his mother and father. And so he realized he had to kill them. And that's exactly what he did. He killed the zombie forms of his mother and father. And So this already is quite a bit to stir on to, actually, even for me, because I'm having a hard time thinking about this somewhat, but so, like, it's really sad. And that's when, several months later, the orphanage took him. An orphanage took him away, and that's when he had a nightmare. The first night of his orphanage, he had a nightmare. And that nightmare was his mother and father. His mother went up to him, actually, and looked at him straight in the eye, and told him, "Son, don't be afraid. You did what you felt was right. And that's all we can ask of you. In the future, travel to Skyrim." And of course, as he grows older, that's where his journey begins, traveling all the way to Skyrim and ends up getting caught at Helgen. Alright, so that's his backstory. Now, he will be, become Dragonborn, realizing his potential and realizing what his mother was talking about the whole entire time. And that's how, and you kind of probably wonder, where did the man in the hood come from and why is he called a Dominator? Well, that's because, unfortunately, because of tragic events, he unfortunately went during his travels to Skyrim. Unfortunately, he was attacked by many creatures, even by a troll. And one of those trolls scratched his face. Therefore, he lost himself. Now, because of that, he felt he was nothing. And because of everything he's been through, he felt he had to get past it. So he felt that, in a way, he had to dominate over anything that stood in his way. He felt he needed to become stronger to be able to overcome his fears. Therefore, it became the thing he feared most. So say hello to the man in the hood. Now he will join the do the Dragonborn DLC, defeat Mirak for the overall potential of his power, considering the fact that it is Mirak and they both are arrogant in power in a way. So, therefore, this character overall will want power. Now, you can kind of change the moral of this character, you can change him into a good guy, but really, he's more of a bad guy than anything else. I mean, now, in a way, in the Dawnguard DLC, if you were to be friends with anyone, you could do the vampires, but when we joined the vampires, we made it out to be like, so the vampires giving us power, but the thing is, that's the easy way out. He doesn't want the easy way out. He wants the hard way out. That's the whole point of him. He doesn't want to, he wants to be able to defeat the vampires alone without their powers, per se. So, he didn't want their powers. He didn't want vampire powers because he felt it was the easy way going. Anyways, so here we are with our character. Other factions you'll join the Thieves Guild for the overall glory and money you get from it. Now, you don't have to join the Companions for this character, considering that he's more of an evil character and doesn't really fight with honor, and isn't really into their general idea. But if you do, kind of roleplay a bit about it. But anyways, so not just that, but we also will go ahead and have to join the like I said, we joined the Dawnguard and we joined the Thieves Guild, and you could join the Companions. But anyways, Dragonborn DLC, Dawnguard DLC, do all that I have mentioned for this character. Now, do you want to join the Dark Brotherhood with this potential character? He never really wanted to, actually. He never did. He just was more into, how do I say this? He wanted to defeat the Dark Brotherhood on his own, because they are the strongest assassin group alive, so that's the whole point of it. Anyways, now stats, right? This character obviously will be using archery, and that's pretty neat considering that. And he'll use two-handed. He'll use two-handed for the Ebony Blade. Now, this blade is probably one of the best weapons in the game when it comes to two-handed weapons, in my opinion, especially with the roleplay aspect of it for this character specifically. Because what happens with this blade is, you absorb health, but the more companions you kill with this weapon, the stronger it gets. Now, not just that, but we're also using these armor pieces. We'll be using heavy armor and going down the left side of the branch. And also we use one-handed. We use one-handed sneak, and we also use enchanting and smithing. Those are mainly our biggest skills that we use, and if you have enough room for your perks later up, technically, when you're able to, if you want to go on your speech and do all that stuff with your speech and stuff, do all that with your speech if you want. But yep, so I hope you guys are liking this so far. Now, for perks, it's a lot of bends and twists, really. You kind of gotta, if you want to make this guy a super tank early on in the game, definitely go two-handed and one-handed early on. Unless you want to be that stealthy type person, go with sneak, and of course you should go ahead and also invest in your sneak and your archery. Yeah, so those are the stats. What else now? Oh, standing stone. You could use the shadow stone for the invisibility, but we picked the ritual stone for the necromancy feel of this character. Now, other spells you'll probably be using, I honestly don't know yet. But of course, also weapons, I'll mention that. Again, we use the Dwarven Black Bow of Fate. This weapon you get in the Dragonborn DLC, which is very useful, and I'm sure you guys can always look up tutorials on how to get it. There's plenty of them out there on YouTube, so go for it if you really want this bow. Or if you don't got the DLC, just go with the regular standard ebony bow with ebony arrows, and that should do. Now, what else do we got here for you guys, huh? Well, that's about it, really, because perks is just so much to talk about, really, so that's the most I can do for you guys. I hope you guys will like this video, comment, and also share this for me, please, because, well, honestly, it was hard trying to make this video for me, to be honest, and I just wanted to make a fun character for you guys, and hope you guys will enjoy my other videos. The next one coming up is actually called the Geomancer. Now he's also pretty interesting, and also, of course, comment whatever else you might want, and I'll try my best for you guys. And of course, there's World War II videos, GTA videos coming up soon, and there's the Skyrim builds that I've been making. And of course, I'll have a playlist on my channel when I get enough videos. So, but this is my channel, Slayer and Combat. I will also eventually put a link in the description below of my Facebook page, Snapchat, all that stuff. Everything will be in there. Everything. So if you guys want to find me, and maybe send me messages as well on what you guys would think would be awesome to play, or give me ideas as well, because it's not just based on me. I'm not selfish about this. I want your opinions on this, and I also want to know what you guys like. Like on my other channel, dancing channel, and vlogs, it has vlogs in it. I'm going to be making top 5 videos and top 10 videos for that. Now, of course, there's so many of them out there, but I hope you guys will enjoy those videos and enjoy the other dance videos I'll have coming up. So again, hope you guys like this video specifically. Subscribe to my channel if you're new to it. I'll see you guys later. So peace.